I like how responses. Like I like how response, the E at the end is silent, right? You
Mm-hmm.
add an S, and then all of a sudden the E is like, "Oh, by the way, I'm here." Response says, "But that wouldn't happen because he's a sea star. He don't need no breathe."
Technically, he do.
Like it could get like stuck in his stomach and kill him, but it couldn't kill him like that.
If anything, it would just asphyxiate his arm off until it fell off, and he'd just go on his merry way. Because I don't need all 5 arms.
Yeah, because they grow back like
In a
in
month.
less than a couple hours. Not even like they grow back hecka fast, especially if they just ate. Like
Mm-hmm.
it could be just a day or two, and an entire appendage is back.
You want to try it?
I wish. Try my head first.
Well,
Is
if you
this the
stab his...
grasshopper? Yeah, it is. That's great.
Yes.
Dude, that baby grasshopper's just going to town, just like, yeah, I'm having a great time.
Okay, you want to know something funny and also kind of terrifying for you? There is a species
Wait,
of
terrifying
spider.
for me?
There's a species
Oh,
of spider
spider.
that likes to live in maple trees, especially when
Yeah?
they're young. They are green. Green as in the leaf. I did not realize it was there until I put my hand down and it decided, hey, your glove looks like a leaf. And I looked down and this thing's about 4.5 inches long, and it's just
Oh,
looking me,
no.
it's looking me dead in the eyes, and I go, oh, hello there. I didn't mean to disturb your home. It's kind of an eyesore.
I'd take off my, 2 to 3, probably, I think at 5 pound, my 5-pound boot and go, screw the hand, it'll heal.
No, but like, okay, so it's on my left hand, and on my left hand, my glove has a hole where the gap in between your middle and your first finger go. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at it, and it's like on top of that hole. And what it does, it takes his arms, and he finds a little dip in my finger where the glove's open, and he just sets himself down in it. He just goes, "You can't see me." And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, hey, buddy, I can still see you. You have fangs, and you're going in my glove. Everything all right?
Yeah, my internet's just dying over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I went and joined the party back. It said, oh, you just left. And then it said, oh, by the way, now you're disconnecting from the party again because network error.
Oh, okay. Well, as I was saying, I'm looking down at the spider or whatever, and it just put its body into the hole in my glove and just put its body directly on the skin of my finger. And I'm like, hello, friend. That's not where you belong. At this point, like I said, he's about 4 inches long. He's not that big. I'm like, listen,
Not that
bud.
big, he says.
Well,
Full spider? No.
Well, there's a 9.5-inch riding spider that lives behind my building, so.
Okay, so riding spiders are okay because I like their webs. The webs are cool. But as long as they don't, crawl up close to my house, I'm good. You can stay over there. You freak of nature. Stay.
One time I saved it.
Thought.
One time I saved it and I called him Reginald. Is his name?
Reginald.
Because one day I was walking like to the back of my building and I stepped and I saw something move and I'm like, what was that? And I thought it was like a little frog or something until I realized it's a big ass spider. Like 8.5 inches, like from tip to tip. Like 8.5 inches long.
Jesus Christ.
It's a big boy. He's got to be like 10 plus years old. Because normally most time you see him and they're about, 4 or 5 inches. But this guy's like 8, 9, probably plus. So he's
Yeah,
crawling
that-
along the ground. I guess something like spooked him out of his web, and I stepped, and I saw him like move beside my foot, and I'm like, "Ooh, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a spider."
It's a spider.
So I reached down there.
Hey, speaking of spiders, how you doing, Austin?
So I reached down and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, you're not supposed to be on the ground. You're supposed to be in your web." So I reached down there. He crawled up onto my hand, proceeded to crawl up my arm, and I'm like, "All right, bud, that's not okay." So I got him into my other hand, and I found where his web was. His web was inside a 50-gallon drum that was in my backyard. So I kind of was just like, "Hey, buddy, how about we not make friends with my hand?" And I put him over to his web, and he's like, "Oh, this is mine." And it was just like,
Oh,
scurry.
this is mine.
He's like, scurry, and
Dude,
he's like,
I can't.
I got lost.
That's not me. That ain't me, Chief.
Oh yeah. Then there was this one time, and
At
in North
Birmingham?
Carolina, we have it looks like a tarantula, but it's not. It's a
Okay,
ground spider.
Real quick, for some reason, tarantulas freak me out a lot less than a lot of other spiders do. Like, tarantula, it's creepy, but I mean, it's not too bad. Riding spider, wolf spiders and all that crap, I can't.
Nah.
Like, I just can't get near them. That's a big note for me, Chief.
But anyways, it's a ground spider. They're normally black or brown, and they look like tarantulas, but they're not part of the tarantula family at all. And I was outside helping both my cousins were over, and my uncle on the other side of the family was over. We're all working on lawnmower. Well, I'm barefoot, and I feel something crawl over the top of my foot, and I'm like, "Oh, it's just probably some ants." I look down. It's like the size of a baseball,
Oh no.
and it's like sitting on the right hand side of my foot, just perched up there, and I'm like, "Oh, hello, bud."
You are so much stronger than I am. You are so much stronger than I am. I would. Oh.
No, he was like crawled up on the side of my foot, and I'm like, "Oh, hello there," and I reached down and I put my hand down in front of it, and it kind of like took its 2 front feet and was just like, "What's this?" and like touched it, and that spider was strong. Like, I could feel its strength, because it was like almost pushing my hand with its front 2 feet. And I was just like, "It's safe, friend. I am not going to kill. I don't think I can kill you." And
I don't think even I am powerful enough to kill this thing.
and it crawled from like my pinky up to my thumb, and then wrapped itself around my thumb.
Where's the nearest cinder block? The hand will heal.
It like wrapped its legs around my thumb, and I'm like, he finna bite the fuck out of me. And then I was just like, "Oh wait, it's like 3 feet off the ground, and the only thing it's there is my hand, is my thumb. It's probably looking for another like branch to go up on." So I put my hand out, and it kind of was just like, "Oh hey, another branch." So it let go of my thumb and crawled up on the palm of my hand. Crawled up on the palm of my hand and sat there for a second. And I was like, "Hey Emily," which is my cousin, "look." And I turned to her because I had my back to her. And I was like, "Hey Emily, look." And I turned around, and I saw the color drain out of her face. She almost passed the fuck out.
Dude, that would be me. I would die.
And the whole time,
Right there.
it realized that it didn't have to go forward; it could go back, as in back to my forearm. So it was like crawling. It crawled up between my thumb and my first finger, then crawled on top of my hand, and then crawled up to my elbow, and then crawled up to my upper shoulder. And I'm like, "All right, friend, you're near my neck. You must go." So I put my hand under it, and it like pushed it away.
Literally just sent chills down my spine listening to this.
It like was on the tip of my shoulder, and I was like, "All right." So I put my hand out to see if it would come, and it kind of literally like pushed my hand away, and it was just like, "No." And I'm like, "Come on." And he's like, "No."
This is my perch.
And I'm like,
This
"All
is
right,
mine."
you're just gonna chill there." So he kind of just sat there, and then the point where I said nope is it like crawled up, and I felt its front 2 feet hit the side of my neck, and I'm like, "All right, friend, this is it." So I picked it up from the ass, and it wrapped its feet around my pinky and my first finger, and I was just like, "Ah!" So I went and put it on the ground real quick, as in moderately throwing it into the ground. But it was still on my hand, so I just put my hand on the ground and it was just like, alright, I'm done with you, and just went.
It wanted to be friends with you. It was giving you a hug.
Like,
But at the same time,
find scary. Like, okay,
but at the same
most
time,
of
let
the
me
things-
remind you, the thing was the size of a baseball.
Yeah. See,
I
the
could
thing is-
I can physically see its fangs. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. See, things that scare most people, you know, snakes, like freaking alligators, crap like that. That doesn't scare me. No. But that thing scares me.
If it's got any more than 6 legs, it's a problem.
If it's got any more than 4, it's a problem, man. Like, just no. I don't really like snakes myself, because snakes are weird, but keep that thing away from me.
Oh, I love snakes, dude. Snakes
Okay,
are
we used to have like a 12-foot black snake.
Yes.
Literally, my neighbor got confused one day because it was in our yard, and walked
Chop its
over.
head off.
No, no, it's a black snake. Down here in the south, we don't kill black snakes.
I kill any snake that gets near me. Chop!
Well, that's bad. Stop that. That's not good.
No.
But as I was saying,
It is
he was
bad
just
luck
like,
to kill snakes themselves.
he was just like, hey, why is there a hose just laying out there? He walked over to it and picked it up and didn't realize because he didn't have his glasses on. It was just a black snake, just laying in the grass. And like he picked it up from like about 2/3 of the way down its body, and he said once he picked it up, its head whipped around and just looked at him like, "What are you doing with my tail?"
I squeezed on their family.
It said,
So
"Come
what
again."
would
It
you
said,
do
"Come
in the
again."
event of a people's uprising?
Can you
I
please
squeezed
close
on
the
their
door?
families.
What?
Say what, Austin?
It said, "Come again, nigga."
And then he just let it go. And one time I was getting ready to let my dog out, and I looked over and I saw, no, the dog was outside, and I was outside riding my bike, and then I was just like, what's that black thing sticking out of my dog's like thing? And I go over there.
Oh no.
I look over.
Gaping maw. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
It's alright. But I look over and it's the tail, and I'm like,
Oh no.
I was like, oh, hello there.
You ate Gerald.
And I was like, hey, you're not going in there. That's where my dog is. You're not fitting to bite my dog, cause she old and you probably gonna kill her. Even though you non-venomous, you still probably gonna hurt her a lot.
She'll get so scared that she'll just.
No, my dog's actually killed copperheads and shit when she was younger.
Oh really?
Yeah. We found one dead under the porch. She just tore into it. Hey, teammate, it would be nice if you wouldn't loot the same fucking house as me. Piss the fuck off. I hate people like that.
I hate people.
I didn't join y'all because I've been having really bad luck on Apex today, and this has not been a good day. So if I
It's
get on
alright.
there and I start playing, then chances are I'm gonna get really pissed off. I just don't feel like dealing with it.
That's fine, dude. I understand.
Talk to my friends.
Honestly, none of us have had the best day ever today. It's been kind of a crap day for everyone. So we completely get it if you don't want to play. Hey, anybody want this? That's not a
I'm
purple
getting
one.
so tired of the constant meta of everyone using the same bullshit, and it's just pissing me off. Everywhere you go, it's R99, or it's fucking whatever else.
But like I was saying,
it's disruptor rounds.
Same
It's just
thing,
disruptor.
alternator with disruptor rounds. That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness he left. He really gets on my nerves. Oh, well.
if you see a shotgun laying around, good boy up.
Yeah, well,
But as I was saying, I go over there and I'm like, hey, you can't be in there. And at that point, all I could see was his tail. And what I didn't realize was how big this thing actually was. I grabbed it by its tail and pulled for like a good bit, like two of my arm spans, which are 3.5 feet long. So it's my arm spans 4.5, no, 5 and change. Two of
Yeah, because your arms are as wide as you are tall.
yeah, well mine are shorter than that, so.
Oh, you have short arms. Okay, fine. Whatever. Continue. Sorry.
And I pulled like 2 arms lengths worth, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. And then I finally got up to like where the head was, and I didn't realize it, but this snake had already been got by a dog at one point, because it had a big old gougy scar where a dog looked like it had bit into it, and like shook it around a bit, but didn't kill it. And I was like, oh, you're old, aren't you? And I looked it up, and if you get a black snake that's over 4 foot long, it's probably good 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
And most of those snakes don't live past like, 3, because people kill them. Ooh,
Hey.
that's
Yeah,
tempting.
One more point.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to complete what she's trying to say because they don't have the voice lines yet. Even though she was adding the same, patch as everything else. I don't know why they didn't just go. By the way, we need you to say hammer point and disruptor rounds in a couple different fashions.
I mean, they
Oh,
already
do you
redid-
have a Havoc?
I do have a Havoc.
I mean, they were doing
Do you
the
want to
voice
trade
lines
for a P20 with
flyers,
hammer
and you're
points?
telling me they didn't do the ones for the hot
I'd rather
ones
not.
too.
I'd rather not. I've already got an RE45 with a purple barrel stabilizer. I think I'm good. I keep showing.
R9
Do you need light ammo, by the way? Because I've got
R99 is still the best gun in the game.
I'm on. Yeah, I still like the light
Yeah.
ammo.
R99 melts gold body shield like it's not even there.
So does Devotion. Just hit fire the Devotion with a turbocharger, and they're down for the count. By the way, if
Honestly,
we find
please nerf alternator again. Just nerf it.
if we find a Devotion, you can have this Havoc. By the way. Ooh. Yeah, we get that you're spotted.
I need to go back
Why
to
is it-
bunker.
Remove disruptors from the game because I honestly despise.
Or change the rarity. Change it to gold.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to my friend last night. I said.
I'm getting shot in the back.
Disruptor rounds that
Oh
go
yeah, I
pop
see
up.
them. I see them.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're
Jesus.
talking to me.
What the hell?
How many
How?
gold hop-ups
How?
do they have in the game?
2.
It's like, it's gold
All right.
and
They're the only ones.
They don't miss bullets. They literally don't. I'm done. Leaving the game. I'm so fucking done. They didn't miss at all. I'm gonna
Yeah, I noticed
spectate.
that.
I'm gonna spectate and see if they're fucking cheating. If they are, they're getting fucking banned.
Oh look, our
Well-
friend's here.
Or they're PC players playing on console.
Okay, how'd they not tell me there? Oh. Okay, I like how hit markers come from this way. Hit markers come from this way. Hit markers come from everywhere. Just, it's annoying.
dude, I tell you what though, me and my friends, we were playing today. They immediately went down, of course.
Oh,
and
that's because it's a second team.
I was in a 1v3, right? I'm up against 2 players on the same squad. They both have alternators for
I
disruptor
guess.
rounds, and guess what? Guess what? I fall back because I'm trying to heal. All of a sudden, we get third party. I have 3 or 4 people run up on me. One had an RE45, and the other 2 had alternators. They all
Yeah, these kids just aren't missing. Sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but is actually making me angry because these kids have not missed one shot since I was spectating them.
Hey, guys, one of my friends is wanting to talk to me. I'll join the party back in a few minutes if y'all
Alright.
still be on.
Yeah.
Just when my friends need me on their phone. I'll be back in a minute.
They're cheating. They're cheating. They're cheating. They're cheating. They're actually
They really
cheating.
are?
The fucking Watson's cheating. She's got an aimbot.
I couldn't spectate. I couldn't spectate the Watson. I could only spectate the what's it
She's
called?
got an aimbot.
Really?
Yeah. Not a very good one, but she has an aimbot.
Clip that. Clip what you're seeing. I want to see it for myself next chance I get.
She's got. Okay. Okay, aimbot.
That
She's
makes me
dead
angry.
now. She's dead now.
She had an aimbot and died?
Yeah.
Dude, 90% of the reason that I die in this game is because I can't aim. And you have an aimbot and die? How does that even work?
Their team just died. Their whole team just died by people that are actually good at the game.
What was on the other team? Because the one I was watching was a different squad because I got taken out by a different squad. I
got
was taken out by was it a,
Lifeline,
what's it called?
Pathfinder, Mirage.
It was Lifeline, Pathfinder, Octane. The ones I'm talking about.
Well,
Jesus Christ, dude.
It was No, you missaw. It was Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Mirage. There was no Octane
I
there
might
at all.
have-
I'm
might have saw
spectating
the,
them now,
purples.
but the team before,
Yeah.
were cheating. They had aimbots.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna.
Dude.